So let's talk about the Dark Trio of anime. The new Dark Trio, made upon by new anime fans. And if you don't know what this Dark Trio consists of, is JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, of course, Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise. They are deemed the new Dark Trio of Shonen because of how dark the nature is and how dark the show is compared to your other demographic of Shonen, such as like My Hero or Demon Slayer or Black Clover. They have some dark moments, but compared to this, series, and people deem that as the overall darker series, which I see why when it comes to JJK and Chainsaw Man. I haven't really dived that much into Hell's Paradise, but I already see what they talking about in that show already. I know people get like the mixture between the big three and the Dark Trio, because like I did a video talking about this briefly about it, I think either in this video or this video, but I mentioned how like the fandom of Dark Trio is kind of like complicated and how they're like interesting on TikTok with their takes and stuff. But yeah, the Dark Trio, I think it gives like new anime fans something to be excited for, because and they didn't grow up with the big three or something like that. So I think that's why they get excited for this, because if you don't know, a lot of people's favorite animes or new favorite mangas was Chainsaw Man, JJK, or even Hell's Paradise. They say that's the best new gen. I think that's what people got the excitement back from these manga and anime. So yeah, I remember when JJK first came on the scene, people didn't know about it like that until like they got to the second half of it, and that's when people was like, oh, Jun, the animation and Mappa Studio. Because I don't care what no one say, I think JJK put Mappa on the map, because that's when people started recognizing this whole company studio and stuff, even though the workers, oh God, pray for them. But yeah, I think JJK was the first one at that Dark Tree to like break ground, had everyone talking about it, and then going on to the manga, and that's when the more arcs come in about like Shibuya and the Culling Games. It's got people considering that JJK is their best new favorite anime and manga. That is what led them to checking out more stuff. And that's when they found Chainsaw Man, which is honestly how I found Chainsaw Man, and that's when they got oh boy, that's when the fandom of Chainsaw Man became a little rabid, but not as when the anime came out. Before the anime, it was actually kind of calm a little bit, but they knew that it was some crazy stuff going on, and they got that excitement back from that trailer. Oh my God, I remember that trailer first dropped, bro. And then I think the people who like JJK a lot, also like Chainsaw Man, because it's really similar to JJK, but I think it's JJK chimes in with like extra weird stuff going on, and demons, Chainsaw Man's ahead, Katana Man, Makima power, all that type of stuff. Like the world of Chainsaw Man is honestly crazy, and I love every bit of it, man. And I think a lot of people do too. And then you got that to Hell's Paradise. So I think that's less known anime or manga adding the Dark Trio, because one, I think how popular JJK and Chainsaw Man got. Then you have Hell's Paradise, who is like it's popular and somewhat, well, it's actually even more popular than anime now, but before it was like a manga people just saw or just didn't read about or just heard about it from the the trio. And while I haven't read, okay, so after the anime, I read a little bit in the manga. I think I'm like chapter 30 or something like that, I forgot. But yeah, I read a little bit, so I can't really speak the whole story of Hell's Paradise, because I know it did end and stuff. But yeah, so I just know so far that I read and watching the anime, it's actually a pretty good story. I think this is overall going to be like the best in terms of like different qualities from the rest of the Dark Trio. I'm getting that in a minute, but yeah, Hell's Paradise is one of those like, I guess, serious, more of like a world building, terrifying horror type manga, and with a crazy amount of cast. And yeah, and I think that's where like Hell's Paradise shines best at. Now each series got different qualities and stuff. Now if you're wondering what's my favorite in the whole trio, I'm gonna say it's easy Chainsaw Man. I think I had the best experience reading that and then watching the anime. Like I remember before I watched it, by the way, shout out to Jamari if you're watching this, he put me on. Yeah, I remember before I read it, I was like, this looks interesting, and then I got halfway through and I was like, oh, junk. And then I finished it, and I was just thriving in agony and pain. I was blown away how like great the story was from start to finish, honestly. And then JJK, I liked it a lot, but I didn't like it as much people say they do in the anime. But when it came to Shibuya, oh my God, that arc was insane. Hell's Paradise, I love the first episode. I like how the direction is going, and we get introduced to more characters. It's only got like episode 5 or 6 right now, so I'm going to give it that. But and like I said, the manga I read a little bit ahead, and the stories, I like how they're showing different characters and explaining their stories and backgrounds, so they get more immersed into the series and the characters. So I like that a lot. Now, I was going to like read the whole manga before I did this video, but I'm going to be honest, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got this stuff I'm watching and reading and stuff, so yeah, you'll see very soon come to the channel. But what I'm going to do is, so far I'm going to rank these series and like compare like who has the best antagonist, best protagonist, best cast, best story, all that type of stuff. So let's start with the best protagonist. Oh god, I started with the hard one already. And by the way, I'm not going to use no bias. At least try not to, because I told you my favorite out of the Dark Trio. But I'm going to try to rank them. Like, I think this is all subjective anyway, so y'all might be mad at what I say, but y'all might agree with me. But who knows? Let's just get started with it, man. It's my opinion. Let's go. All right. So best protagonist, you got Denji, Yuji, and Gabimaru. Ooh. Now, I know I'm kind of holding Hell's Paradise a little bit, but hey, I think I'm going to rank them on how, like, their personality, their goals, and their motto, and just their overall, like, impact as a main character. And I'm be honest, I think I'm going to have to give it to Denji. I'm sorry, dude, because I love a great coming-of-age story. Yuji's is great, and Gakumaru is actually great. I love their both goals and mottos and stuff. But I think Denji, you know, he stuck to one motto, and no matter what happened throughout the story, and a lot of shit happened at the story, like damn, like he stayed true to himself, and it just seemed like a character grow from not having nothing to having everything, and then just for it to be, oh, you know how the story goes, and to see him overcome all that is honestly beautiful. And he's still going, man. He is still going in part 2. And I hate to say it, but I kind of relate to Denji in a way. Yeah, just take what you will with that information. I just relate to him in some ways, and I respect him a lot. So best antagonist, ooh. And okay, I guess this kind of excludes Hell's Paradise. I don't really know the antagonist, at least yet, of Hell's Paradise. I feel like everyone else besides Gakumaru is an antagonist to him. So, but I guess it's mainly between Chainsaw Man and JJK. Oh, this is hard because, okay, I think, damn, it's different ways to classify this, because I think, by the way, spoilers for Chainsaw Man. If you don't know the antagonist of Chainsaw Man, you're gonna like learn about it in a few minutes. So if you don't want to get spoiled and you haven't finished part 1, then yeah, leave. I think I'm gonna have to. Okay, it's honest between Makima and Mahito from JJK. I know you probably say Kenjaku and stuff. Hold on, because I like both Kenjaku and Mahito, but I hate. Actually, no, never mind. No, I'll take it back. I like Kenjaku more than Mahito, but I hate Mahito as a villain. Like, I hate him so much. You know, I'm just gonna give it to Mahito. I want to give it to Makima because, you know, that crazy reveal that she's a villain. At least for me, people guessed it, but it just, damn, it's hard. You know what? I want to give it a tie, but I'm gonna go which one I hate more, and that is Mahito, because I hate him so much. And yeah, self-explanatory. If you're a manga reader, JJK, you know why I hate him, and I think I know why you hate him too. So yeah, let's move on from that. But Makima's close second though. Best story. Ooh. See, some of these stories are incomplete. Well, not really. Well, no, part 1 of Chainsaw Man is complete. Hell's Paradise complete. Like I said, I didn't get that far, so I'm kind of low-key holding them. But JJK, about to complete. I don't know how soon, but they're gonna finish. Damn, this is actually hard, bro. Yeah, that's a good sign that it's hard. I say no, this is how great these series are. The best story, I'm gonna have to give it to, honestly, JJK. No, hold on. Alright, so after thinking about it for like 5 minutes, I don't think I can answer this really yet. Because I think in terms of like a better plot, or at least, you know, an idea of a plot, I think I'm gonna give it to Hell's Paradise. Because I just like the idea of like kind of like a battle royale and survival type thing on this like beautiful island, but yet hellish island. You know, I like that, actually, the idea of that more. But in terms of the story, like the actual story in the moments and happens throughout the series, it's hard to say, because I would say JJK. Then again, in Chainsaw Man, it's kind of like that, and when what happens, it's complicated. I'm just gonna say I can't decide. This to be safe, but for plot-wise, for the idea of a plot, I'm gonna give it to Hell's Paradise. So, sorry. The better fights, now JJK gets it easily. I'm sorry, JJK. If animation and the fights is honestly insane, and yeah, sorry, JJK wins this one. Best cast. Okay, so. Might be a little hot take. So I know people like love the JJK cast, but I think I'm talking about anime only for right now, because I could talk about the manga and stuff, but I'm just talking about anime. Actually, no, I gotta have to talk about manga, because I did mention Chainsaw Man manga. Okay, you know what? As a whole, pre-Shibuya, I think JJK cast, I'll be honest, they introduced like a lot of characters, but I don't like, honestly, 6, 7, maybe out of like 30 characters. Sorry, I just, you know, some characters are kind of like, you know, cool. Maki, Nobora, Megumi, Yuji, Gojo, and Maki's sister. Like, I like them a lot, even Panda. But yeah, Toto, come on, that's like 8 characters out of like the ones they introduced like out of 30. And Chainsaw Man, I love the main cast, but their side cast, well, you know what happens in that story. So Hell's Paradise, like I said, I haven't got that far in the story, but I do like the cast they introduced already. And from what I read so far, damn, them stories with the cast in Hell's Paradise kind of hit different. I might have to give it to Hell's Paradise as the cast, man. I'm sorry, dude. Their backstories are actually, no, I'm not sorry. Hold on, this is my opinion. Man, the backstories in Hell's Paradise are really nice written, and dude, come on, bro. If you haven't seen Hell's Paradise, if you haven't read it, go ahead and read it. You know what I'm talking about with the cast. Oh, I guess best OST. since the anime is out, I might have see. Okay, in terms of OSTs, like as music throughout the show, not just openings and endings, I'm gonna separate those. I might have to give it to. I like Hell's Paradise a lot for OST. I'm gonna be honest. But JJK OST is nice too. Chainsaw Man is actually, they have a great OST. Well, I have a good OST, but I kind of forget some, at least at this moment. I have to give it JJK because I just remember that scene when the boy and Yuji fight towards the end, that little rock and roll thing. Like, come on, that shit is too hard, bro. And I remember listening to like the OST playlist and like 30 minutes in, I was like, damn, this is great, bro. So I'm gonna give JJK for this one. Now when it comes to openings and endings, I love Hell's Paradise opening and Chainsaw Man opening. But then, dude, okay, endings, Chainsaw Man got it. It's kind of unfair to, use that, but Chainsaw Man got it with the, the 12 different endings. But openings, now, I'm a little hot take. I kind of don't really care for the opening one, JJK. I kind of like opening two a lot more, so I'm just gonna rank that too. Damn, that's good, but Hell's Paradise and Chainsaw, you know what? Fuck it, three-way tie. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Three-way tie openings. I love all three of them, but yeah, so that's kind of it. But yeah, in terms of Dark Trio, I think it is a nice, group of pairings together because they all are pretty great shows in their own way. And if you have checked out any of the series, make sure you check out maybe check out all three of them, honestly, because they all are pretty good writing. So comment down below what you think. What series you like more in this Dark Trio? Do you like JJK, Chainsaw Man, or Hell's Paradise more? Which one you think has a better cast, story, or etc. So yeah. That being said, that's all I want to talk about today. So yeah, bye.